start really strong, and then we just fall apart. So first we're doing a 2-1-2 to start. That's what Lucky wanted. So we had a pretty good hold there at B. I managed to get the pick early, so I'm not sure what the comms were. I'm not sure why Orca wasn't rotating harder. Seemed like we were pretty sure we were at B, but I don't know. So again, kind of just retake issues. We do manage a good retake here, but again, just waiting for people to set up. But since this is a more casual league match, it's not a big deal. Managed to get the backstab. Very clean retake, other than we'll mess up, but this looks like a eco rush. So again, this is where the positioning is a little different, right? We're nowhere on an eco round, so I would say probably don't go forklift, or go forklift, get that early info from their sprinting, and then back off. Again, not a big deal. We still end up winning it, but it's always that chance. And there's no need to die in a round like this. As much as possible, we want to stay alive, but still pretty good. Always remember to try to stretch them out as much as possible. So this is a valid round to maybe go both red, one quad, or both at red, something like that. Alright, so here's our first gun round versus them. We actually take this. Even with a couple of people with P90s too, actually. So I think we run this around decently, or cleanly. It's really hard to get that smoke on fucking boost. So this is actually a good setup. This is what I want people to think about a little bit if you're playing Z, right? So you see me flash in. You know, when you got utility, whatever, I'd always rather people burn their utility. Like, I knew people were at mid, most likely, but I still wasn't 100% sure because they were doing a good job of staying quiet. So it's worth just burning the flash and peeking. And I was able to get a kill or two and get all that info from that, right? Rather than me dropping and fucking us. So it's just a thing I've noticed with people. Burn that utility. You're going to die anyways if you don't. Or, you know, saving $300 is not worth it. So again, I don't know what the comms were, unfortunately. Not sure. Where's Ray? Oh, okay. No, a good setup. Maybe Orga just push a little harder with me once we get that bomb going down. Luckily, Hatch was like not paying attention or something. But good retake. But that's what we should be doing Z. So Z's again always that main rotate to B. If we're doing, especially if we're doing a one-man B, he's gonna go tree or heaven. But it's okay to give up Z. It's always okay to give up positions, like talk about on any other map. The point is just to stay alive, to keep that mental pressure, that physical pressure on them, and to do something like that, flash back out, or you know, counter smoke or anything like that, just to keep some level of map control. So this is where we eat shit for 10 rounds straight. I'm not sure if this is where I fuck up at mid. Oh, God, I was missing my frags a lot here. It was really annoying. So I know I call him off highway. So again, the only thing I'm saying right now we're very passive. So what would be best is either Orca or Lucky. See, Lucky was doing a smoke thing. That's not the best idea, right? Use that smoke to stop the early rush. But the problem is you smoke that out, you never get any information there. if you just do like a constant wall of smoke, and you're not going to stop the other team, especially if you're sent towards B. So Orca, yeah. So again, peeking. Jiggle peek your way around his corner. Just go peek, a little bit wider each time so you see him. I mean, you're going to get domed sometimes, it's going to happen, but looks like you kind of walked out. So I call him out, going vent. And Lucky gets domed. And G gets eat shit. So overall, we played that mostly well. I mean, again, this is what some of these rounds do come down for us guys. It's just small mistakes. Wait, did we lose this round? Oh, we do. Hatch just barely, yeah. So that might not have been the best move by me. I thought I could have had him, could have taken him, but that's a tough call. Yeah, I mean, there's not much it would be impossible for us to tell. Really guess that he was pushing Z comms, but still not a bad loss. Honestly, he killed 4 of them. That's a good strong loss, all things considered. I keep missing that fucking frag, and I lose this fight here at Sandbags. This fucks us a little bit. No, so let me bounce back. Let's see what Orca got killed at main. Let's see what happens. God, I wish this player was better. Alright, so our money's still pretty good, so I think Orca still have buy, right? So, not sure where he got. So the Orca goes down and I go down shortly after. I think I lose that. I fucking totally whiffed the fight. So that's not the flash you want to throw. And they're counting on that actually. So what you want to do is what I like to do is, and the timing is usually that you're here way before them, so you can actually hear them walking or running. You want to flash off this wall to bounce about here. It's tough to hit them if they're sitting in a long like that or a short, especially with a flash. Oh, this is where I get pinned down, Sam. And then Lucky gets, yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what Lucky was doing, honestly. I don't see any other utility there. And I get fucking pinned down at Sandbags. So, I'm not sure. Yeah, so, what I would say, for when we end up in situations like this for Raylith, or whoever's maybe anchoring site, don't anchor. We have to just not anchor anymore. Right, when we're in a 3-on-5, 3-on-4, and we're pretty sure that we're just going to have to go with our guts instead. They're going A, and just make those rotations earlier. Right now, because he's G pushed in, unfortunately, by himself again. Raylith wasn't even close to even be able to help him. But actually, we do pretty good here. We hold. Yeah, this is where we get a bunch of exit frags. Raylith gets like 2 or 3 or kills them all. We managed to wipe their entire team. So if you look at their money, other than Hatch, because he looks like he's going P90s, we actually fucking wrecked their economy for a while. So despite the scoreline, we actually are keeping this pretty tight. They're not really able to run away with anything, and with these continuous wins, Hatch eats shit. Yeah, so while Hatch has a crazy amount of money because the econ in this game is fucking weird, they're all at 4K, so they still can't afford like a full buy. They're going rifle armor, no utility. The only thing is that Hatch can buy utility for them, but he doesn't. And this is something, as a side comment, I know people say we can buy people in, but that means like you're talking about 10K. I think we need to be clear about what we mean when we say we can buy people in and what money situations are. 3 to 4K is like your force buy, 5K is your full buy. Anything past that, is good. Is where you get to start buying other people's stuff. Unfortunately, with the pause time, it's just difficult to do that. So Raylith, it just looks like you're going heaven a lot. I mean, you need to keep an eye on that. I know you do it. You're just having too much. Again, we need to get that early info here. G pushes out vent well, but he kind of advantages you. So Orca, this is what I was going to say. So you cannot go truck, honestly, unless you're opping for the most part. This is Again, I gotta remember this is gonna be Ray's primary rotate spot, so it doesn't help much to have two people stacked here, and then we've lost sight already. And I didn't realize what the, I get fucked because I try and push. I realized we had no help and pinned. And Alfredo's backstabbing us. And again, this is just communication, right? I didn't really know what Jeek was. We noticed it was dropped or we didn't say. I don't know. But right, had you and Jeek maybe this time gone like for an aggressive play to B, right? Every couple rounds, same thing at A. We need to start, you come here, you flash in off sun, and you just push a couple flashes together, and you clear it out all the way up to here, and you can say, okay, B clear, and either push a flank or go through vents. One goes to anchor at vents, one pushes through. So we need to get some more calculated aggression. Not just on these save rounds we end up doing it on. Other than that last round wasn't so close, but the other rounds were pretty close, so the scoreline is not always the clearest indicator of what happened. Unfortunately, our eco's totally shit. And their eco is much stronger, and they're all full buys, basically. And this is where I lose that fucking fight to Alfredo, I think. Yeah, somehow I didn't tag him. What the fuck? Okay, that makes no sense. Alright, again, so Rayleigh, you're in heaven again. Especially on a half buy round like that. Wait, you're full buy. Again, this is where checkers is really powerful for you. Even if you're not playing aggressively, pushing up like this, you can come here. You got good angles here. As long as I'm in mid, right? I died mid, so that's the time to retreat. As long as we have decent mid control, you don't have to worry about vents as much. Again, you gotta be careful of those rotates, Orca. Especially coming down highway like that. Assume someone's boost. Take the extra couple seconds to walk it down, and then go. The extra couple seconds isn't gonna buy anything, but he could have just killed you or damaged you and all that shit. Always be. Yeah, when you're in a hurry, you're in a hurry, but you gotta also think of the prime spots. Know that we lost control mid. I knew that I said one boost. I'm sure. There's a good chance he's chilling there, just like in Dust 2 when you sit suicide for the rotates or something like that. Better to walk it down. And this is where Jeet kind of fucks you. He was behind you and then he walked away and went up to heaven for some bizarre reason. You actually probably gonna got on site and forced a defuse. And Scorch only had a flash, so he wouldn't have been able to stop you. Yeah, oh well. But again, 2v3, 2v4 might have just been better to save and look for exit frags, because now their eco's running away. So this is what I'm saying. This is, I'm not going to enforce it in this league, but this is what I'm saying even for us. Our money's shit. 3K is not a full buy. It's better to save, to me, unless someone wants to, argue the other way, it's not totally invalid, but to me, it's better to save another round and get a full buy, whether we're talking about they go to round 9 or not, or, we're talking about going in a half, than us to have this, whatever, rifle no armor, SMG's armor utility, one piece of utility. See the same thing here, same thing for making this move, Orca, although you're taller, so it's hard for you to get away with it. When you're doing this A peek, you don't have to come out here, unless you're doing a wide peek to throw them off. You just do this peek here, take a shot, back off. Make sure you have a pretty good save around here, and it falls apart, but it's a save round. Alright, that's pretty good damage. So, hindsight 2020, but just to critique what you're doing here, Rith. So we knew bomb nose down highway. You do the right thing, you push up the truck, you get good damage. But this is the time to retreat. There's no point, you can't push this. Right? This is like re-peeking, right? You know you can't push this. You're in smoke, your flash is burned out. Either you try to make a rotate to Z or you play this late. You hide out here and play it late and try to get a pick as they run past. Or maybe you just save, right? Maybe you come down to Z. But once you took that first initial damage and didn't get that kill, it's totally okay just to back off and leave it. And save that rifle again. So again, you're in heaven. We gotta switch that up. They're gonna know you're in heaven too. On top of that, and that happens. Gotta switch up positions. There's a lot of places to play on B. You can play on site just fine. You know, but on site usually is a two-man setup. But site's not the worst thing solo. But solo checkers is a very powerful spot, especially when you control mid and you know you can't be flanked from vents. So unfortunately, B's their site that's really hard to retake. So this weird gets fucked up. And because it happens so quick, you know, the time's running out. I think we do a good job waiting. Lucky just gets wrecked. Now his comms were cutting out, so I didn't hear he was at checker sitting. I get fucked. So you had a frag too, looked like, Orca? I mean, that's just time to dump it all. You know, you can throw the smoke to, like, again, hindsight, but, you know, pop your smoke here in checkers, because, you know, unless I'm saying I'm coming vents, even then I could still rotate around, force him to rotate all for me to rotate around. You know, frag on the site and flash on the site and go. But, man, it's a tough one. Yeah, G gets eating shit here a little bit. Yeah, we're just not getting a lot of frags. We're just losing a lot of fights. So again, this is kind of annoying. Jeek is just sitting, so I called that out. So it takes him a little bit. Same thing happens again. Okay. So as soon as Jeek doesn't see anyone Z, he should be pushing up boost pretty quickly, especially once I call it out. Kind of leaves me hanging. Luckily, we get the kill, but unfortunately, we dropped too early. Nice kills. So again, just running out. Plenty of time. I'm not sure if you didn't hear him, Orca, or what. Yeah. So unfortunately, the comms, you were saying fork, and I don't know if I just missed you or something. I should have been sprinting up there if I had known. I'm not sure what's up with that dual 1911s. That's kind of freaky that he's even able to hit with that, but whatever. Yeah, so losing the pistol fucked us. I mean, that's almost game there. So we gotta, I don't know. Really on pistol most of the time, it's just coming down to winning fights, which we did pretty good there at the end and turned it around. Just communication issues and stuff like that. So again, this is, you know, I don't know what the fuck Lucky's doing, honestly, but these are trades, guys. We gotta push, just push through. His Glock is gonna run out of bullets. Glock is really only gonna kill, you know, one person. So you just gotta push it together. Even if you're a little bit behind, just push him. You know, his mag's gonna be empty after he dumps on me, and you just push him and kill him. We gotta practice that kind of, and get into the mentality of forcing trades, especially T side. That's the most effective thing. Huh. I guess Lucky just missed his shots. Should have won that one. So same thing. This is what I was talking about. Like, we kept getting arguments about this, but our money is shit. Yeah, you can go P90 armor and some utility on some of us, but it's a pretty thin buy, especially when we're already losing fights like nonstop. It's not putting us in a very good position. So to me, it's always better just to wait till 9 and full buy is our best shot rather than have 2 shit buys back to back or 2 half buys or whatever you want to call them. So this is another weird one, and Lucky was AFK or something. Yeah, so again, so before moving past this box and not hiding behind this box, there's nothing else to do here. I would hide at this box and then, like they were doing, having the people sit here. Until you're ready to hit A, unless we're rushing and, you know, pushing through. Then it's just better to stay in cover for those. Because A main, B main, those are ripe for flash picks. Unfortunately, we had the fucking map bug where I got stuck in the box and that fucked us. And lucky now we're just dicking around. I did not kill him. Whatever. Some of this shit is so bizarre. I don't know how I didn't kill him. So again, now we have actual money to actually buy and have a full buy and have our best shot at this. So I think that's the better route to go. But, you know. Especially with that bomb plant. You know. So again, yeah. Again, I'm not sure why Jeek doesn't fully buy, but whatever. So again, this is where we just need to make moves. I mean, everyone's just dicking around. I know I called vent, but then I called off because he wasn't pushing, and I smoke it. We need to smoke and go. Same thing on like A-Site Mirage. I mean, I don't know what, you know. So Alfredo can do something like that, right? And then good, you know, you push him back. And then Jeek is just, yeah, he did a good job trading that back though. The problem is, you guys are all bunched up here, not doing nothing. And this is where you gotta use that utility. Smoke here, go. I mean, yeah, someone can flash through, and this is why maybe one person stays back at boost or sits roof. You know, covering that, you know, in case someone does push or smoke. But and by the time at this point in the round, you know, so Lucky thought he was gonna fake a B, and Orca, I'm not sure. Yeah, you shouldn't have stuck with Lucky. 4v3, you got the man up, all four go together. I mean, yeah, you can get fragged, yeah, you can get flashed, maybe, but and then you separate out again. You know, one's towards truck, and then Lucky goes, but then he gets backstabbed, and then Orca, yeah, and then we just run out of time. And lost that fight. So yeah, in those situations, take advantage of the man up. The terrorists dictate where the fight goes. That's the advantage of the terrorists. So you can literally, if you're all sitting mid, that's fine. Go. You had plenty of time. We could reroute to B. You know, we've shown a lot of presence at A. Reroute to B and fight it out. Probably in a 4-on-2 then. All crash vent. But those are the kind of heads-up plays and rotates that people need to make, that need to call out, because you know, our comms aren't the best, and then in competitive, it's really hard to tell for me or anybody else dead exactly what to do. So people just have to be willing to make that call. Again, it's easier for people, live players, and to make those calls than anyone dead based on our limited information. So my preference is I'd rather just have people make plays, make a move, than to not and just die or whatever, timeout, or really make an aggressive move that's maybe bad, or fails, than to just kind of chill in mid. So the same thing on Mirage happens to us that they do, the exact same that we had last week. So there's a lot of us smoking utility, at least that I could see. I was hitting mid a lot, so I'll watch now. But it seems like we were getting smokes down at A, but not aggressing into A. So again, also remember that there's more than one plant spot we can get here. So we'll see when we go. This is something you probably need to go over, or just watch some vids from CS. I mean, you smoke, You smoke jungle, smoke ticket. Yeah, they can spam through. Yeah, they can flash in. You gotta be careful. And then you just gotta address stairs, and you push into sight. You get a guy at triple. Yeah. So that dark spot's really powerful in the beginning because of the bullet penetration. But they're really good job trading out. So I'm not sure what happens in this round. We actually should have won this. Really should have won this. So getting a lot of confusion and Lucky, you know, people running too much. Had Lucky walk that, you know, they know Lucky's at Tetris, right? Because Lucky sprints around. So, but good smokes. Again, just fucking hide. And then you didn't see, you know, the problem is no one's watching triple. And then Lucky runs off for, you know. So again, everyone's bunching up in the same vicinity, so there's no real ability to set up crossfire, and it's easy for you just to be pinned down by two people. But yeah, I mean, surprise, surprise, in our casual match, we have communication issues. And again, even there, you want to do something weird, you could like rotate out. I don't know. There's something you can play with stuff. I mean, it seems like just people freak out too much as soon as bomb goes down. We had a minute left to even plant. Always prefer people taking their time, even in heads-up situations like that. So again, this is the problem with Lucky had the Discord bug, so maybe he was calling us out we didn't hear. Actually, let's see what this looks like. So I think what happened here is we sort of double peek, but we didn't double peek in the same angles. So that's what. So I managed to creep up here. I can see him. Oh, got shot off. Yeah. Well, whatever. It's just another save round. Always should do about a P90 on a save round. So we have a good ticket smoke and a missed jungle smoke. We smoke out main. I get pushed off mid. Push mid, push me out. So again, Lucky, like, I was just saying, it's pushed off mid and he rotates back for some bizarre reason. I don't know. That was very confusing. That was a good entry kill by Jeeg. So again, yeah, we had bad smokes early, so we couldn't push, but we got a good ticket smoke. I think I come in flash. This is what I was saying. We just gotta go. And that was actually a really good stair smoke. Who promised there might be a seam underneath. I was already lit. We just lost a bunch of fights there. I mean, that's what that came down to. Problem is that smoke went out. I mean, we gotta either wait to throw those smokes when we're actually gonna be set up to do it, not just throw them to throw them, or we'll go no matter what position we're in, because you know that's the hit on A. Smoke jungle, smoke, take it and go. You know, flash your way in, take care of dark spot. You know, keep an eye on stairs. Refresh those smokes if needed, but it doesn't have to be a madman blitz, but it needs to be taking advantage of the utility we're using. Otherwise, why bother throwing it? And this, in general, I think we should just stop throwing these set smokes in the beginning. And just wait out any of the utility, especially any save rounds, just to force them to burn as much utility as possible. Just because. Just another save round now. So we actually lose 6 rounds and then win 3. T side, we actually just getting our shit together. T side, and then we win most of the CT rounds. We only lose 1. Okay. So also remember, we're kind of directionless on this because no one actually went to IGL. So we're just kind of winging this shit. So again, the other thing is, yeah, we weren't getting good mid pressure. So that's really important on Mirage, especially T side. We can smoke our way in the mid comfortably, whether we push it or just use it for control. And again, this is where we get a flub in mid. And again, you can see the miscommunication here with Red North kind of dicking around the middle. So I get the window kill early. I'm not sure. And this is why I was saying the lucky, just for anyone's reference. This is way too aggressive in terms of. Well, it's not terrible, right? The problem is there's no one. He's just he's like haphazard, right? He runs, he kind of shoots blocking a triple, and I don't know if he reports that to us because of the comm issue. And he's running around. I don't know what he's doing, honestly. He's just, and I think this might be the comms issue because he has the Discord bug for this map too. So we had this, and then we ate shit. Well, Red and Orca are doing a good job over here. Again, Lucky's just making a lot of noise. So again, remember, you gotta be careful of your smokes. He's got a seam here. And this is where we can walk on the site, guys. We don't need to sprint our way. The smokes last, 16, 17 seconds. You throw them, and, maybe have someone in place to refresh them that's chilling Tetris or something like that, but you don't need to be pushing. So, if you two both strafe this way, I know it's risky because you got stairs, so maybe you push stairs. Maybe you put that smoke here and you guys go Tetris, drop sandwich. Again, remember, there's a sneaky way to get up here. Not only to push stairs or jungle, but if you have jungle smoke especially, you can walk this line, walk it around. You should be in the smoke by here. Stairs can't see you, and then Ticket can't see you if you're creeping this. Especially if he's engaging someone, and you just creep up and get him, or flash him and get him. So it's not always the same path. We keep taking the same fucking path. We keep doing this. We gotta switch this up a little bit and spread out. But this is the last round we lose T-side. This is kind of another weird one. looks like we're sort of setting up mid, and then... Okay, so yeah, I'm trying to make a rotate to lurk into A. Again, part of this is just where like, we're fucking directionless. No one wanted to... Lucky didn't want to call. This is kind of... And then we're just, we're just getting picked apart. I mean, this is where T's can't do this. When you get bottlenecked like this is where T's are downfall, because then it lets CTs dictate the fight. You take the advantage that T's have away. But good job saving in general. These are the calls we need to make more aggressively in general. When he's 2 on 4, just save. Go for exit frags like we were doing on cash. We don't have to focus on doing that, especially as wonky as the eco is in this game. They have a bit of a runaway eco there. You see 7, 9, 10k, but they also have 2 players and want 2k 800. So 2 losses, a loss, really fuck them. So it's not that bad, as crazy as it looks. So again, this is another totally fucking weird shit. So I'm setting up towards B to get picks. And Lucky's like running around and shit. So Lucky has bombs round. And I know we were talking about setting up at A, and then Lucky shows up. I almost kill him, but luckily, at the same time he shows up, Rocket shows up, and I get Rocket. So then, because this is, I think, Lucky's mic bug. I'm not sure what he's doing. But this is kind of what I'm talking about in terms of using our time to advantage and letting them burn their utility, right? They still have a decent amount left, but we still have a little bit, so we're not totally fucked. But again, this is where we need to not... If we're going to burn our utility on A, other than for fakes, unless we have a lot of smokes, that's fine. But we need to see, we've burnt most of our smokes for the players on A. And luckily, the frag easy probably called out B when he saw me and Lucky there, so it looks like Scorpion Hatch got fixed. But again, see, we just overwhelm them. That's what we got to do. Cheeks being a little aggressive here. But he made a good move there. Same thing I would say, Perez, just stay. Rotate back to Tetris. Lucky had utility, he should have burned it. Luckily, G comes in with the backstab here. Nice shot. Again, Orca, remember, you get that flash. Well, again, this is a communication thing, but just burn that flash, man. Buy yourself another couple seconds and reposition. Once you get that first kill, so as soon as you get that first kill as a defense, like if you watch CS especially, you'll see them do it a lot. Like they're going to kill, flash, kill, smoke, and to retreat, to reposition. Now, it's a little tough position there, yeah, but I mean, it's where, that's, maybe that wouldn't have been valid there, but that would have, it's something to do. Luckily, Jeek was already on the backstab, so. So this is a good B hit, mostly because they fuck up. Again, B hit, you really need to like file out of here. They're just dicking around at van and apartment. This is not where you want to be. One person can sit here on a retake hold, but yeah. And again, like I say about some of these things just come down to people winning these damn fights. We need to be winning. I don't know what it is for everybody or whatever. We start cold and all that stuff. It's not just communication. We need to be winning some of these fights. We're good enough to beat anyone here. You know, we're not, with our limited practice time, we're not just talking about this, but in general, we're not going to have like the most tactical, best strats. So I was saying down to fundamentals about peeking, crosshair placement, movement, and just having aim in a good spot. You know, whatever it takes, deathmatch, team deathmatch, whatever you need to play before. Winning fights will make up for all your mistakes. And that's what most of Voltron, Dream, and all of them. I mean, they're not setting up all kinds of crazy set smokes and shit like that. They're just winning fights. And you know, part of that's also getting in positions to trade. Working on that together. This is just them fucking up and let me kill them both. So that helps. So same thing again, Orca. You need to be pushing up with them. Right or wrong, just go. I mean, look, we escaped with this move. But B's you gotta address that guy, Van, push him off the bench, and then or kill him, and then pile out of there. Gotta beat their rotations. B's that site, you gotta beat their rotations to set up because B can be a bit of a pain in the ass. Luckily, Jeek saves our asses here. Okay, so here's where Lucky has a Discord problem and went on ban. So even though we went, this is where we were eating shit at B a lot, but I think we ended up winning with retakes. I'm not sure how we actually won because we kept eating shit at B. It seemed like part of it was the issue with the Discord bug with. And I know Lucky said he's really off the starting block here, or he was going to A. I'm not sure. Again, just miscommunication. So Rez makes a call. I'm rotating over. So just throwing smokes over again. This is fine. This is a B hit though. This is actually a pretty good B hit. They smoke out this lane a little bit much, honestly, but you flood out like that, especially in a pistol round. That's where you just blitz out. Oh, so we lose 3 rounds CT. That's what I was thinking. We did worse on T side. I mean, when you let me watch this again, because when it rotates come in, you just gotta be ready for a fight. Especially when they take it that fast, you gotta assume they're gonna be in market. With that many people, there's gonna be people market. If they're on site, 4 or 5 people, there's only so many places to go and be. So be ready by the time before you're in market for a guy sitting here. I'll show the angles. Watching market. So when we go down that fast, assume you might even get a fight here, honestly. But there's a good angles here. Obviously here. Hell, even window. There's an okay angle. Sit, back off. So they're throwing the smokes over top like this. So again, part of the problem is, like, that smoke is okay. But the smoke only works if we're in a position to punish them for it, right? I mean, it's not Rayleith's fault necessarily because Lucky was late. But when you come to pillar, like, you gotta play here. Like this. I would say even more like this is where you want to be more than here. But this is also okay. You just gotta be in a position to punish them. Smokes aren't gonna stop people if we don't punish them for going through it. It's only the way that works. You know, again, it's about, like, setting their mentality. Like, same thing if you're fragging B all the time. It's like, oh, shit, watch out. They're going to be fragging B, so that's going to slow you down, right? Oh, they're going B all the time, so you got to stack B. Setting their mentality. Like, if you're putting smokes down, but they blitz you through it and you never punish them for it, then it's worthless. It's almost better, sometimes, just to leave this open. Timing on this map is a little fucky in this game, so it's not the best. I mean, the rush shouldn't beat you to the van like it kind of does, but I still would say it's better to go van. And I would say Rayleith, you know, in that position where we have no communication, just take van. Van's a more important spot. I know it would be rough for the catwalk rotates, but it's better for you to be a van, peek it, and back off, and at least be a bench, and rather than, you know, someone's not sure what to do or not really communicating or having issues, then it's just better to go. Again, the other thing is, you know, yeah, I mean, again, we just gotta. Part of that's about getting kills. Same thing as always. Gotta get some frags. So scoreline doesn't mean everything, but it does show some. It's gotta win some fights. So again, everyone's arguing about the buy, so we need to buy again. Biggest fan of doing this. So again, lucky. So you're in a much better position. They didn't do all their set smokes there. That's exactly where you want to be. You don't need to kill all of them. You need to kill one, slow them down. That's exactly what you need to do. That's how you need to play it every time. You just have to not worry. So the player pillar just has to leave cat. It's not his job to address cat necessarily. If it's a B hit, a hard B, he's got to focus, stay at pillar. He's got to accept the same way we have to accept, you know, like when I move off mid, someone's covering mid for me, you know, from cat, so I can push jungle or, you know, up connector or whatever. I'm trusting that you're there to cover me. The same thing the pillar player has to do, you know, with leaving cat open once he calls a hard B or a lot of B, something like that. That I or whoever's playing mid or connector is going to be watching cat. Unless they've been called like, hey, there's two coming short, then that's different, right? But you have to trust that's being covered. So don't even bother going. You hear, okay, back off, you go right to pillar. Just chill here. Again, you got to also remember there's other spots. Pillar's nice because it's like that forklift spot on cash where you get that early info. But if you have someone van, you don't necessarily need someone pillar. And you see the timing there that the guy at van's going to see you same time or even earlier than pillar could hear. So really good spots are here. This is a really strong spot. Allows you to go here, jiggle here, go to bench from the start. Don't be in market. Market's a terrible spot. Just gotta, again, switch things up from time to time. So this is where we get a run on them pretty well. We take it all the way up to 8-9, and he goes 9-9, and we win. But this is a good hold on. Again, it's a late round. They're making rotations. Did a good job. You know, even though Reyes went down, you got the information out. So, it's probably a dumb move on my part, honestly. Although I was kind of pinned down there. Now, only thing I would say is Orca just, again, rotate over more aggressively. We need some more aggressive rotations. It's okay to sprint. I assume at that point we have the information that they're going A, right? They got 2 in the connector. There's 3 alive. More than likely they're going A that late in the round. They're probably not having someone on alert, especially if they went mid to connector or underpass to connector. Um, again, once you get a feel for maps and how things play out, but generally that means they're not going to have someone lurking. And I'm not sure, again, communication issues with the Discord stuff. If Lucky was able to call out the guy at Tetris, he didn't even know the Tetris call, so I'm assuming not, but he might have said 1A. So this is the kind of thing everyone needs to keep in their back of the head beyond the IGL, me, or whoever making these call-outs of rotations or doing this or that. As much as possible, and I think this is where people practicing in this league as IGL would be helpful, is to keep like a mental map of the map in your head. So as call-outs come in, you go, okay, there's 2 connector, 1 Tetris. Okay, there's only 3 left live, so they're all A. So I can sprint all the way to cat. There's no issues of, sound or anything, right? Little things like that will, again, just the basic fundamentals of that stuff will help a lot. And that's, I think, what we do well on this map because we have our rotations down decently well when on our full team, which is how we beat up Dream on the CT side the other week. But again, just we're not going to be able to practice every map, but having communication, keeping those mental maps, and having a decent idea of timings and how the map plays out go a long way. That we could practice on that stuff that you can practice on your own in good lobbies, and that you can just use it to gel together, even if there is no practice time on that map or anything. So that was a good job, right? That's the call to make, right? They're basically no one left, and you basically realize they're on a save round, that you can be super aggressive and not let him get that plant. And this was a good eco round for us. These are the kind of things we need to focus on. It's keeping 4 alive on these kind of rounds, not dropping people. Again, this is something that, Lucky was being hyper aggressive on some of these rounds and dropping, and that's a huge deal, right? You drop them, not only you waste your own money, but you drop them a gun. Whether they save or then use that to beat you with. You always have to remember that you're giving them weapons too, not just losing your own money. So actually, this isn't so bad. This would be a good thing to call out that you're doing this, though, I would say. Although this can be dangerous if they start fragging. But what the best move here would be for Orca to stay shooting like he is, and Jeek to actually back off, or just use support utility like throwing frags and flashes over. But this can be really sneaky because they might not necessarily expect at the beginning of the round for 2 people to be in the same spot. You can do bait and switch plays. This is a good. This is good. We wait. We do not get all hyper aggressive. You take the fights that are right in front of you. That's fair, but don't aggress into sight. Right, without support. And yeah, we have a really fucking clean round. But that's how it's played, and that's something we can switch up to, especially since we're eating shit B. It might have been better to stack 3B, 1 mid, 1A, play A site for retakes. One cat, 1 connector, mid, window, 1A. So there's rotations in quickly to either site, and you're able to stack B effectively. Because their B hits were what we kind of want to model to a degree, is that really aggressive, just flood. As soon as they stopped going B, they actually started eating shit, honestly. Oh, my frag missed. God, I must have hit the window. Luckily, it ran. So again, these are the things. Just to get that early info out, called 2, 3 mid, heavy mid. Everyone makes their rotations. Although Lucky's sitting in a weird spot in ban. Jeek rolls over, so if you just see Riz holding tight on cat. This is good. I spam through the smoke. I hit the indicator, so I call that. And they actually had a good job of smoking out window, so I wasn't able to rotate in here. But then we stymie them. But again, these are kind of like, Lucky making all kinds of fucking racket here. Not helpful. Still gets Alfredo somehow. I don't know how he didn't hear him sprinting into window. But again, so those are the kind of things. So that's like the greed play. So that's, you get that kill and you back off. And I would say the same thing with Rez. Once you get low HP, I think I was trying to call you to get back. Go back to bench, right? This gets really tricky here. We're in a 3-on-2, or and you're low health. Just bug out of there. Lucky hit a really nice shot there. I'm not sure how that killed him, but it did. So, that's the thing. Like, Lucky gets that kill, he should just bug out of there. Same thing for any of this. These are what we're talking about when I'm saying these things are greedy. Like, we need to get these kills and move. You get that 1 kill, that's all you needed. Fuck up the flash like an asshole. But again, this is... yeah. I'm not sure if you were still blind. But that's, you know, again, just use our utility. Gotta use that utility. Especially with 2 of us there, 1 person can pull out the utility like I attempted to. But yeah, see that? I mean, that's how I beat him, right? I flashed him, tried to get an early peek, couldn't get it, so I put the smoke, which forces him to make a move because he planted for the wrong spot. Now, luckily, they planted here. Had he planted here, he would have been fine. He could have just backed off and spam me through the smoke all day. That would have been fucked. He would have had that. Easy. And again, that's the little thing about once I'm planning that stuff for where you're going to actually set up for retakes, but also, you know, we just got to use that fucking utility. Not to mention if you drop it, it goes into their hands a lot of times too, so that's the other rub. So again, this is the thing though, you're at ticket again, there are really strong spots in A. A lot of odd setups you can go with, but again, under balcony, even with a rifle, I'm comfortable fighting close quarters like that. It's a good spot, really strong spot. One guy goes here, you smoke out A main, you leave palace open, you can hear everything. Got the really strong peak spot here. Go wide to Tetris. You got this ladder to really play with. Again, we get away with it because they don't utilize their smokes. I'm not sure, you know. And they also very boneheaded fashion kept trying to plant here, which is the one spot everyone's gonna spam through a smoke, which Orca did the right thing. But they had the site, so you come here, you arm it. While you got someone in Palace, you know, sitting here, a Palace player, maybe even a Tetris guy, or something like staring at stairs, staring at jungle, that smokes up. You know, hell, you can go to dark spot and arm it, or or you arm it at Tetris, put it on your back, and walk it over and push it here. This is the one site, or this kind of setup, I would say it's okay to arm, not on a run. Arm it, put it on your back, walk it. You know. Hell, you can plant here. Again, remember, this is kind of a sneaky spot. If you got jungle smoke up... Oh, this could be a little tricky with stairs. I don't know. Something to test. So again, beat shit, they flood in. I'm not losing fight to a P90. Yeah. But let's go through that again, just so we can see it. Ugh. I wish this player was better. Come on. So yeah, I would say red, don't even bother going here, right? I mean, you don't need to, you know. So again, another thing is you're going to the same spot every time, so they just know. Not only can they probably hear you sprinting, but they know. They can guess. But that just, you know, eats shit. Again, I would say when we start seeing this, that's when you come in here with a frag. An uncooked frag and you throw it in there, not a smoke. You know, they push it, they actually take damage. You know, switch it up, try something different. We know like they like to rush B or they're doing that a lot. Just throw an uncooked frag in there. And then Lucky comes behind you or whoever goes to Van and then puts the smoke into there. You know, so either they eat shit on the frag or they stop and then the smoke's up and then you're in a position to actually punish them through that. I mean, there's just, you know, but again, that's a good example of what, you know, again, remember we can have to start, you know, looking at throwing a utility from over here. or over here to there. It's pretty tough, but we should be able to do it. But this time we're going to end up stacking B a bit. And there we go. Frag basically kills easy. Lucky's off. This time they actually stop, which fucks them. Had they not stopped, that could have been really bad because Lucky went this way, which is not what you want to do. So again, as always, the van guy literally all he needs to do is spot. If you had to smoke up and behind it, like it was okay to see her and maybe spam it a little bit. Just be careful. But the van guy needs to be at bench or on site. Obviously, we don't want to stack the same, especially when they're smoking us out like that. Don't want to stack it. Cheek is the hero in this round, I think. He does a good job holding. So this bench is really powerful. We have got good crossfire here. The Jeek saves our asses here. Again, Lucky just making all kinds of rackets, so it's easy sawing the whole way. Again, this in this video to Lucky. It's just him being, running too much, and that's just a good illustration for everybody, right? He didn't need to do that. You have time. You have the mammon advantage. You can sprint up to here, and then you walk out here. You're not saving that much time by stomping around. So again, Orca with the final save. Good work. Alright, and we got our smashing on Dust 2. Another weird 10-3 score at the same time, I think, is what we ended up finishing. Again, just kind of aimless, doesn't help anything. But again, like I said, this would be a good league for Ralph or Orca, whoever's playing. So try it, be an IGL for a map or two, or whatever. Just try it out. See how it goes. Force yourself to think about the rounds differently, the map differently, how to play differently. Keep that galactic brain map going or something. So I think we start T-side this time. So I think we just had a lot of really aimless control at long. Again, another position where you're using smokes and utility to get your way up, or just out shooting with ops or rifles. There's a good frag I can show everybody, or just a frag that goes over here. It'll land right here, so I'll punish people pushing pit or stop them. I throw it uncooked so it lands. They see it. Stop them from pushing pit or to damage anyone who does. So we're in. We're setting up for a B hit, yeah. Lucky's going up mid. So again, this is a spacing issue, right? Orca is too far around from Rayleigh. Jeek goes to lower. Orca cannot support Rayleigh from here. Now he's in a position to do it. But again, Orca is still. You can't hang out there, right? You don't want to be sitting there peeking that guy at window because you don't necessarily know if someone's not sitting here. And this is not the best. You can't. It's hard to trade your way if someone's at window. This is where Orca you should just be backing off. Yeah, there you go. That's what you want. Yeah, so we killed that guy Cat, so we ended up getting back to 3-3 to trade it back. Again, just totally miscommunication, super awkward shit. Jeek pushes out too far, unfortunately. As soon as Jeek saw the one guy and he shouldn't have been pushing this. This is not tradable. Yeah, see. We had, if you know one guy's here, right? This is where you keep the map in mind, right? You say, oh, one's at B for sure, window. And it's probably a good chance the other guy's still at B. You could guess that. So just go to Cat. I mean, this is a better spot for us to be at. Going up mid is a death trap. Going to Cat is a much better spot. Right? It's much more realistic for us to win this. And had we been 3-on-3, we would have won this. We ended up almost winning this. So what we should have done here, Orca, is you and I should have pushed Cat. As soon as we saw a guy Cat, you and I should have grouped up and gone. The problem is we let them kind of dictate this fight. And we almost win it. But yeah, I mean, that was the kind of shit show around, but we still managed to get a plant down, which is still not the end of the world, but that was very winnable. That's, again, hindsight. That's the kind of thing, if we force that 2-on-1, and then you rotate, whoever survives, unless, you know, if one of us dies, at worst case, then you're on Cat, and he's got to come up here, and then you can harass from Cat. I mean, that's the kind of thing I should have called at the time, but just didn't think to me. So, I'm not sure. Yeah, what happened here? So you guys went on B, but this is where you can't sit at car, right? Because B is just like a Mirage. You got to get in and get that plant. You got to clear it out. The save around for us or whatever, but you got to, you know, see Scorch goes right to window, which he's supposed to do. You guys sitting at car does nothing. You just pin down on site. So either make the move on a site, or you make that move on a site and then you back off, right? It's okay even if you're on site, especially if you don't have bomb or you know, if you're not, you don't think you can cross, to back off, right? You pulled those rotations, put them on notice. Oh, there's 2 boxes there, man. That's why I wasn't going through. Shit. Not the best save round. So again, Lucky throws a bad smoke, kind of screws us. The smoke up here. And actually, Easy makes a good move off of it because it's got a screen for him to push up. I think I can catch him out though. Or somehow I lose the fucking P90 again. I barely do any damage to him somehow. Okay. So again, this is, you know, this is where you counter smoke, right? If it's here, you got all the strings. So you could counter smoke. If you have 2 set smokes, one goes cross, maybe one goes to goose, and then you can make your way up. You flash your way or frag into car and go. We're just dicking around too much here. And this, you know, we bottle ourselves up, and they're doing the right thing. They envelop us. But you know, Lucky wins a fight, and that opens up the site for us. And I think this is where you guys actually like smash them all at the same exact time almost. You know, that was a mess up until then. We win those fights, and then yeah, look, just smash them, and that saves the round. You know, look at that, it was a good cross smoke. But, you know, if you get smoked here, if you're gonna group up like that, if you're gonna put 4 people along, you cannot chill here. You either rotate out, leave one here to wait, or you know, make moves there, or just harass from here. You rotate the Cat. You put some more pressure mid, or you counter smoke, flash, frag, and go. Cannot dick around in these spots like that. It doesn't need to be some crazy rush. It just needs to be forward progress. One way or another. We need to take map. If you lose bodies or you're losing time, you need to at least regain some map control and vision into what's going on. You know, to even things back up. All 4 of you sitting here, you have 0 map control. They own this entire map. If they were smarter, they would have rotated in earlier. I'm not sure what they were doing. I mean, A is going to be the primary site for Dust 2. B is going to be that save round. You can get right at B a couple times, but A is going to be that A long hit split, cat, you know. Now cat in this map works properly in terms of how it's laid out. Cat's gonna be super important. Take the cat and just using utility properly. I mean, to a degree, we 1-for-1 from CS:GO, so you can watch all those YouTube videos and instructionals about good smokes and flashes to, you know, how to set up. So we're actually keeping this pretty even. I think we lose this round and win a round, or we win this round and lose a round. I'm assuming we win this because they're on a Luca. So this is what I was talking to Lucky about. So they're doing a 5-man push. So Lucky's okay, and then Lucky kind of blitzes, as Lucky tends to do. Again, right, there's no need to sprint up Catwalk here. There's nothing to be gained by sprinting there. They hear him. He's by himself. And he actually gets killed by one guy. I kind of get caught out. Yeah, I get caught out here. Yeah. So again, but this is a great save round for them, right? They get 2 kills. We actually lose one of the bomb, and they get 2 guns out of it. So that's a pretty effective save round, all things considered. And again, despite our money be good, that matters, right? We still have, what, it's 5 rounds, so 4 more rounds to go. T side. Having needless deaths like that matters. Always matters. So yeah, so that's where that early frag can really slow this guy down, or at least do damage to him in return. You gotta be careful about pushing in there immediately. Right, if they're gonna frag, they're gonna frag early, and just gotta be ready for those fights, quick cheeks trades. Again, we cannot just chill indoors like this, guys. I mean, yeah, maybe they double, triple frag, have 3 frags cooked, ready to go. Most likely not. You get that frag, you go. Let's see. Again, it doesn't mean it's always going to work. I mean, sometimes you might just get totally punched and fucked up by it because there's a couple people there or something like that. But the percentage of it time is going to be one guy running up the frag, throwing it and then backing off or going to pit. So if you just push through, he gets that guy and you trade him out. Shit, I wasn't paying attention. Missed the frag. Yeah, so like there's that early frag. Like a nail spray left. So Orca and Jeek should have gone. And like just plow out. You know, maybe you get punished for it because Easy's in pit then. I don't know why Easy shouldn't have done that. He should just chill in pit. It would have been great. But so again, this is where you call this and rotate off, or counter smoke, counter frag, and go. You know, in a 3v4 situation, we gotta even it back up as quickly as possible, and we gotta, you know, You know, we have very limited map control. Again, communication issues. Lucky's watching along for some reason. Back out long doors. Honestly, as soon as you win this fight, you guys should be retreating back. That would be a really slick move. So if you see, I'm just waiting for those rotations because I know we're man down. And again, timing. Timing. It looks like Alfredo. Lucky was asking about it. Alfredo might have had a seam. Yeah, see, he has a seam, so he was able to see Lucky perfectly. That was the best smoke. But you know, unless you're tight on time, smoke lasts 16 seconds. Okay, let it fully bloom. Again, walk us down. You know, walk it because you don't want to give away a noise if someone's sitting here elevator, right? Or even on site. And walk it so you're at least able to return fire for someone spamming through a smoke. Just patience. A lot of stuff is patience even when it's fucking live firefight. We can take the round down to 10 seconds, that's fine. Again, that's the best flash. So you wanna try and bounce the flash off, you know, dumpster to like here. But they do a pretty good bait and switch play here. Again, angles, clear corners. Just eating shit all over the place. Again, I don't know what the fuck Lucky's doing. It's a crazy rotation, but... So again, so Orca, we knew Scorch was there. He called it. Spam the door. Just spam it. You can shoot this door. Just spam it, spray it through. And then back off. Don't try and, push that, especially without utility. I mean, you can win it. You can also lose it like that. It's always risky. Better to spam it and force Scorched off or do some damage maybe than kill him and let Lucky get up Cat, right? I'm trying to win the fight there. Or at least have Lucky in a position, wait till he's on Cat here, that Scorch sees him, and then you double peek with him. Or peek in for the trade, right? Yeah, it's just a loss to Clippers being Clippers. Lucky actually plays decently. I don't know why they didn't check pit or CT. That's weird. So again, don't even try going up cat without mid smoke unless you pick the guy mid with an AWP or just rifle him down. That's so risky, yeah. To even do that. Luckily Scorcher's not particularly good with that auto apparently. So I'm not sure what happens here. We get short control like this. I mean, we have the sight. I mean, you get this. You know, again, got a frag, unless that's wrong. We got smoke into. Burn that utility. Orca, this. Unless this frag's not actually there. Oh, someone whiffed. And then frag this guy. You gotta use that goddamn utility. You frag that guy, and again, throw a cross smoke, a car smoke, when you come up a cat like that. Same thing as we do here when we're coming along. Especially if we're not putting pressure long, although this can actually do a good job of splitting car. And if you did have pressure, we had to split. But, yep, gotta use that utility. So when you walk up here, so again, the utility usage is about assuming where people are, even if you don't know they're there, right? It's like, it's discipline. It's fundamentals and discipline. You know, even if you didn't know the guy was there, it's a reasonable assumption that it's a 3-1-1, right? One goose, one cat, one long as a default. Maybe two long, one sight, one mid, or, you know, who's going to be a slide to B like we play, and one guy B. Goose is a very prominent spot. Car is a very prominent spot. Smoke it, frag it, flash your way in. Even if you flash yourself, because we can't really pop flash in this game, that's fine. If everyone's flashed, that's fine. You flash, and you make your way up to here, this box here. A good spot to make aggression if there's someone car, and most of the time they're not going to be able to get you from there. And then flash again, and go. Gotta use that utility, guys. We have to use that utility. Otherwise, why buy it? So again, this is the thing. I don't know if it's... I think it's better for you to be buying a flash on B like that when you're solo. You know, for a team like this, that's going to have better players. And again, let me see what happened with Lucky's rotation. Honestly, I probably should have played mid, but Lucky called it. I don't think Lucky knows to rotate over right away. So mid your main rotate for B. I don't know if he maybe went to lower, and that's why there was no help at B. Yeah, but I'm not sure if it's not better to buy a flash to actually deal with a rush. I mean, a smoke is only going to save you, like, on PM Ron and punish people. I don't know. It's something to try out. I don't know. It's you know. Honestly, a smoke's better to stop one or two people from being sneaky or curious, let's say. Yeah, I'm assuming Lucky probably pushed lower, right? No, I'm Lucky. Yeah. So that's the problem. That's the primary problem here. Going down. You actually do it right. You got half damage on two people, but again, don't even peek. Just force. I don't know. It's hard play. You got 5-1. So again, and the irony is that your smoke fucked Lucky, although Lucky fucked himself too, which didn't help anything. And then G runs in by himself, which is helpful. Here's this goofy ass. Oh, that's weird. So yeah, I mean, again, just, you know, so as always, your mid is your primary rotate to B. He should be coming door immediately, not lower. You can go lower at the beginning. Like, he could have gone lower at the beginning because he saw no one at spawn. That's fine. Like, again, this kind of spot, we got to do that. If you're going to flank or whatever, you got to do that early flank. You can't flank while the site's being taken unless you're going to be right there. It's just not practical. You're never going to make that, right? So, but the rotations are right. He goes mid. Anyone on cat, if you're on short, you drop in, you can push up here. Or you can try and push in the lower, as long as I come to car like we did, and save around when you go. So this is, again, to keep hammering this away. To me, we should not have bought here. And everyone wanted to buy, so I just went with it. But and this, I think, illustrates my point perfectly, though, because we buy and we have jack shit. We got like Glocks, pistols, armor. Jeek has a AK and no armor, I think. Against essentially, well, not essentially, a full buy on the other side on a team who's already been stomping our shit in. So Jeek has armor, AK. Yeah, we got pistol armor, limited utility, no utility brass. We have a smoke and 2 flashes between all of us. Maybe 2 smokes. One was already used. Get me here, counter splash me. Where they can just overwhelm. Not even with utility, but again, see, this is what I'm talking about. So like he made flashes goose. Orca has some really good shots here, though. And in Rayless, you just need to go. You just gotta go. I'd rather be less cautious about some of these things and just go. I know you got stuck on Xbox. Because we knew they were hitting A at that point. I think we'd already called at least one long, and they're all cat. You just gotta sprint it, whether it means you go up CT or you go cat like you're doing. I almost think we want to be a little more aggressive in our rotations on some of these maps. I think we're anchoring maybe a little too hard. Like I said, when we go down a man, especially when we're down to like the 3-man range, 3, 4, it's almost better to consolidate and regroup in some of these maps than to try, especially in a 3v4. If you're on B, what are you going to do? If 2 guys are A, you're by yourself. You're not going to stop 4 people. So again, for all of us, I think we just need to be a little bit, maybe more. We're pretty disciplined about it, but maybe a little less disciplined, more aggressive in some of our rotations. And again, same kind of thing like I was mentioning in the last video about at least the anchors need to scoot over or slide over towards mid or whatever map we're talking about. If Red's playing on site, then he needs to at least come to window. Or maybe he comes mid, right? And you can at least still peek B doors and keep an eye on cat stuff. But we're fucked here. We have nothing. We have SMG's armor, no utility, pistols, utility. Like, we just kind of get totally stomped. Because they can obviously just overwhelm us. We have no trouble. Because they got all the guns, all the utility, all the armor, and we got jack shit. So again, that's makes no sense to me to buy on round 8. When you could save around, we would have had a full buy. And again, as always, playing the percentages, that puts us in the best chance to win. But yeah, again, just miscommunication on this map as always. How that whole thing was a mess. And just awareness of making moves T side and also being awareness of the rotations on CT side. Unfortunately, when you get too many rotations on CT side, because a good thing to practice is kind of the rolling defense you want to play here, right? You want to try and maintain control of one side or another and kind of roll around on that. It would have been a good time to practice that. But yeah, I mean, we can do it's just a casual competitive league. We didn't have any IGL, which was not helpful. But, did a good job, Mirage. Again, some of these things literally just come down to winning fights. Some cases. It's not always winning fights and staying grouped up and really focusing on trades. Especially T side. We really need to stop with this hesitation when people die. Come on. What the fuck?